once again, and welcome to another podcast. This is the 1986 cult classic, the director's cut of Highlander. This is 116 minutes, so let me just skip these trailers and get right to the movie because I don't want to waste any time. I didn't do a podcast yesterday, so skip. Skip, I said. Damn, this thing just. There's so many trailers. This is the only interruptions you get in these DVDs and Blu rays because with streaming, there's ads like interrupt the movie. I don't want that to happen. Here we go. I haven't done the. I'm only doing the first Highlander. None of the sequels because I don't own the sequels and I don't want to see the sequels right now. Here we go. There could be only one. Yeah, the only one. Even though this movie had four sequels and a TV series, so yeah, that tagline doesn't work because there were more than one. Here we go. This is Russell Mulcahy. Yeah, he's a good director. Dolby Digital, yes. All right, let's get to the movie now. So the first minute, it doesn't have nothing to do with the movie, so I'll just count every minute after this minute. Here we go. Again, the THX, I get it. Get to the movie now, please. Let me just mute this. Mute this, because I don't have to. I'm just going to wait till the movie starts. I'm sorry, guys. It's a long movie, and even the theatrical cut wasn't exactly like an hour and 20 minutes. This is the director's cut. All these logos and just things in the way. Studio Canal. Okay, here we go. We're finally in the movie. All these logos are a waste of time. From the dawn of time, we came, moving silently through the. Rest in peace, Sean Connery. Caesar's lives, struggling to reach the time of the gathering, when the few who remain will battle to last. No one has ever known we are no until now. It's a good opening. Yes, Queen. They have good music. Starring Christopher Lambert, yeah. Roxanne Hart. Clancy Brown, the voice of Mr. Krabs. And the late Sean Connery. This is a cult classic. John Polito, rest in peace as well. Songs by Queen. Michael Kamen. Yes, sing it. I will say this is better than Eternals by leaps and bounds. It's shorter, it's got more action, and it's not boring or gay. Some people didn't get this movie. Professional wrestling. The Fabulous Freebirds. I've heard of them. It was the 80s, guys. Wrestling was huge in the 80s. I watched it a lot from the Hogan era all the way to like the 90s when you had Austin and The Rock and Kurt Angle in the late 90s. I forgot that this starts with a wrestling match. Again, I haven't seen this movie in years. I just saw the second one last year, so there's McLeod. Connor McLeod, right? Is it Connor McLeod? That's a Scottish name, Josh, like Karen. Connor McLeod, yeah. MacLeod. And they said wrestling is fake. No, the hits hurt. When you get hurt, you get hurt. It's real. The pain is real. The storylines and the moves may be choreographed, but it doesn't mean it's fake. There's the Scottish armies, yeah. It's like Brave, but for adults, not for kids. Good morning, John. Since this is the first installment of the Highlander fan, I'll kind of say that it kicks the crap out of his later sequels. Yes, but I don't own any of the sequels because I saw the second one last year on streaming. I thought it was decent for what it was. It's silly and ridiculous, but it's fine. At least Christopher Lambert's in it. The fourth one, they kill him off for no reason, and I didn't care about uh, Adrian Paul. I don't like that actor. He's not the Highlander. Christopher Lambert is. Or Lambert, what do you want to say? Clothesline. He's the Highlander. No one else can replace him. Nobody. Because Connery's not really the Highlander. He's just kind of like the mentor here. I miss him a lot. I do. But this movie's not as depressing as other films I've seen this year. Because it is a cult movie. You could tell the way it looks like Blade Runner. That's also a cult film. This movie didn't make money at the box office, but it had such a connection with people on home video that they decided to make sequels for it. And they also bombed, but again, when you have a connection with the audience, a sequel could be made even if the movie didn't make money. Yeah, could happen. Wizard of Oz was originally a flop at the box office, but they kept re-releasing it and it became a classic. And people kept going to see it when they re-released it. So it eventually became a hit. Facile. This is the first action scene in the movie. And also, this is Lambert before he did Mortal Kombat. Like 10 years before. I wish he would go to Comic-Con. That'd be great. Could sign my Highlander DVD. There can be only one. I like that he used swords. Like a fencing match. But they're like more like samurai swords than a fencing sword, en garde and all that. Okay, he knows how to direct action. That was what was missing in the sequels. There was very hit and miss action in the sequels. And I didn't even bother with 5 because it doesn't have Lambert in it. So what was even the point of it? The Source is one of the worst sequels ever made, I've heard. That's good. They're jumping on cars. No CGI, guys. Again, to hell with using CGI for everything. You don't need it for everything. Use it for animation or for like effects for creatures. You don't have to make everything CG. Because back in the day, they didn't have it and they did it better. Ah! That's a nice flip. Yeah, because this movie, I didn't see it until I was an adult because I bought this movie at a telco a long time ago. I'm like, oh, I want to check it out. And I saw it and I was like, this is awesome. And it doesn't need a remake. You're not going to do it better than Mulcahy did back in the 80s. Because even if it's a hit, I'm like, look at what happened with The Crow. They remade it and it sucked. So, end of story for that. You don't always need to remake something that was a classic for its time. There's a reason that movies are made for their time. They have to live in that time. They don't have to be updated and made, woke, gay, and freaking more diverse. No, screw that, okay? If you're gonna force diversity, don't do it. I'd rather have no diversity than have something forced in there, like what Disney's been doing for the past 10 years. We gotta force diversity into every freaking thing we do. Why? Nobody asked for that. You're stupid. Power Rangers didn't get over because it was diverse. It got over because fans cared about the action and the characters and the storylines, and they connected with the Rangers in the Japanese version and the American version. So suck on that. Yeah, this is when they cut their heads off. They turn it to they turn it to a spark of lightning. That's an awesome effect. He's got the glow. All Aprils. Mm-hmm. We're more than 10 minutes in, and it's already had a cool action scene. See, you don't have to wait an hour, guys. You can tell a good story and still have some kick-ass action throughout the film. You don't have to have it for like 2 minutes. And it's shot in a dark like parking lot, and you can see it. It's not shaky cam. They don't flicker the lights. They don't use strobe lights. You can see everything. You go back to Scotland. Yeah. Locked away the tower. Again, Shrek. I think of Shrek every time I think Scotland. Or that Scottish character from that 36. It's funny because Connery is Scottish, but he's playing an Egyptian. Yeah, I don't get that. They're playing the bagpipes. Yeah, that cartoon cat in that Bugs Bunny cartoon where the Scotland is like, you ruined me pipes. That's funny, man. That's just no. The Louds. Yes, Josh, the Louds are Scottish descent. That's also Melissa Benoist is part Scottish as well. She's Scottish, German, and I think like French or something like that. Yeah, she's very European descent. That's why she has like beautiful hair. That's a really good score by Michael Kamen. Look at the duckies. I fight for my own hand. I'm sorry. Yeah, this don't don't worry. I'm not gonna do that accent for the entire. I don't want to offend people because you know how it is with everything. Because Lambert commits. Hmm. He's French. He's not. Scottish at all, but it doesn't matter. Again, back then they didn't have to color code everything like they do now. Yep, there's the thunder. Or the quickening in the second one. This couldn't be a period piece completely, or people would get bored. Because people don't like to see things from the past, unless it's like Game of Thrones or something like that on streaming or TV. Yes, that's his Lex Luthor voice. Who knew that this man was going to be doing a voice of a crab for over 25 years? I love money. I love money. Yeah, that's him. It's the same actor. Of course, this is Clancy Brown when he was really young. He's a legend, man. Him and Christopher Lambert. I would love to see them at Comic-Con next year. I first saw, even before SpongeBob, I first saw Clancy Brown in Flubber. I saw him in Flubber when I was 12, so I said, that's the same actor. Yeah, that's him. It was fun to see him in that Supercon movie where he just makes an ass out of himself, and he's like, he's the villain. He's like, he's got that cool voice, man, and I mean it. This is like Braveheart 10 years earlier. That movie's way longer, though. Yep. I can see why this movie didn't set the world on fire at the box office at the time. Because, again, people were not watching period pieces unless it was Conan the Barbarian or something. That was before this. Yep, there he is, the villain of the movie. Yeah, I know. Another time period, yep. It's a good shot. This music, it sounds like Super Metroid. Yeah, it's weird. That music sounds just like the one from Super Metroid. That's really strange. The opening of Super Metroid when you see the Metroid in the glass. Yeah, it's weird. Movie has nothing to do with Metroid. I think the game came out in the U.S. at that time. Now we're back in present day America. At the time, New York City. Yeah, Lambert just has that demeanor to him, man. This is also similar to transfers, that they go into someone else's body to another time period. Yeah, it's like that. Well, that came out before this. That was a hit because it also had a bunch of sequels. Transfers. I have to do the first one because the first one is a Christmas movie. I did the second one already, and and the third one, and I gushed about Megan Ward because she's just absolutely delicious. Ding. There's the bagpipes again. Again, I don't care about the Q&A stickers. This actress, I thought it was Amy Adams. It's not her because she wasn't acting in 1986. She was like a kid in 1986 because she's only a couple years older than I am. So she was like a little girl, like 8 or something. I don't know. I was only a year old when this came out in the theaters for the first time. Yep, the guy was decapitated. This is Roxanne Hart. I don't know this person, so see ya. I first saw John Polito in The Rocketeer when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. That's Jersey. A what? That means this movie is going to be 40 years old in 2026. That means they're probably going to show up the actors from this movie, mainly the actors that are living. Like Lambert and Clancy Brown, because Clancy Brown goes all the time and gets SpongeBob fans there. Because again, I watch that show like constantly because it just cracks me up. There's a new movie coming out in December. I might go see it. Maybe. Look at those eyes. Intense, man. No one can match Christopher Lambert's intensity in his eyes in this franchise. Even if it was just one movie, you can't. He just has this demeanor that, you can't copy with another actor. Mm-mm. I haven't been to New Jersey. Yeah, he's great, man. He's such an iconic actor. Um, I haven't been to Jersey since the month of August when I went to the American Dream Mall in East Rutherford. No, there's no gay. Other than Polito, there's no gay characters in this movie. So, so they're cheering for him. New York City. Victor. Oh, so he's also pretty intimidating. Yeah. He has a sword. That's awesome. A girl. Man, that's a good shot of his eye. It's also similar to Terminator, the first Terminator, that has that grainy look. Mm-hmm. With a Superman shirt later. I'm just glad that the month of November is almost halfway through. It's going pretty quick. Mm-hmm. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Yes, I did see the trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I can't wait. Brie Larson is going to play Rosalina. I'm so happy for her. She's going to get another franchise to be successful. In the sequel, you have Virginia Madsen as the lead girl. I'm from the U.S. Connery doesn't come until later in the film. Oh, I went there this year. I used to watch the circus in MSG. The soundtrack is a banger, definitely. We're about 30 minutes in with the opening. Because he's wearing a jacket just like Michael Bean did in Terminator. It's got that same look. You know, James Cameron, before he sold out and just wanted to make CGI movies instead of, dark and gritty sci fi horror or, just sci fi in general. There he is. That came out of nowhere. It's a good fight scene. And again, another great shot. They say that a lot in the movie. There can be only one. 1986, when Brits were not in everything. No, there are no Brits in this movie. None. Unless there's a side characters in Scotland. But that doesn't count because that's just a flashback. That can. Mm-hmm. Lie down because it's a long movie. It's not that long. It's not as long as The Dark Knight or something, but another flashback. Now Brits have to be in everything, in every franchise, every TV show, everything. Hold now, Kate. For that's your name, I hear. This guy looks like Chris Hemsworth. He was a kid when this came out. Yeah, he looks just like him. Angus. Again, he survived, and you call him the devil. It doesn't make any sense. Chicken jockey. Yeah, again, those are chickens. Don't worry, no animals were harmed in this movie. People don't believe it. It's a really good shot. Mulcahy makes cinema, not CGI 4K, demo reels. Excuse me. Mona Lisa. I miss when cinema was made, to entertain, not to preach or be, pretentious. There's a lot to enjoy in this movie. A lot. Remember was Raiden, yeah, in Mortal Kombat, the 95 movie, not Annihilation or the reboot. And they had no problem with a white man playing an Asian. Again, it was a different time, guys. Now everything has to be color coded. Even though it makes no freaking sense, but whatever. I'm not seeing out Mortal Kombat 2 next year. I have no interest. More of the annoying characters from the first one? No thanks. She looks she looks like Dakota Johnson. It's weird, right? Yep, that's right. Kiss her. This is the way it should be. A man and a woman. That's the perfect combination for me. It's not for everybody, but it's for me. There's nothing else that can come close. Procreation is a beautiful thing. There he is, finally. Connery finally shows up in the movie almost 40 minutes in. Ah, we miss you, Sean. A lot. She looks like Dakota Johnson and Kristen Stewart with blonde hair. Yikes. The quickening. I know. Foreshadowing for the sequel. There's a lot of switching back and forth between Scotland and America. That's what wouldn't work today because today they would just like go through a portal and then go to Scotland because everything has to be spelled out for people now. That's a good profile pic of him. Brenda J. Wyatt. And they go back. I'm not Spanish, I'm Egyptian. And yet he's played by a Scot. He's a Scottish man. He's like, I'm not Spanish, I'm Egyptian. I'm like, yet you're played by a white actor. This is a cool scene underwater. Bubbles. I like the costumes in the movie too. They look really cool. They missed. The fish came out of his pocket. Yeah, huh? Conceal it. Conceal, don't feel. Don't. I'm still on Elsa's side, though. That's all I got left for Disney, the Frozen 3. Because a lot of their other stuff is just going to be garbage. There's that Super Metroid music again. I can't believe that Sean Connery said no to Lord of the Rings. He was going to be Gandalf, and he said no. And that would have made him a star. He would have still been acting until he died, but no. We all make mistakes. It's another beautiful shot. Yeah, that's what they all say. A deer. There's a reindeer. I think he said something about not understanding the script of the books. Yeah, and filming in New Zealand is for so long. Again, you have to make sacrifices. McKellen Honesty is a better choice. Yeah, but he's gay, Josh, and I'm sick of people like that. When we get Dune Part 3, I don't need any gay actors in it. I don't need anything in that last movie. I don't need it. Keep it out because it's ruining my cinema. That Freakier Friday sequel, why was there a freaking LGBT flag in the school? Why? They were waving it like it was Pride Month. No, that is not acceptable, Disney. It's not. No, they don't, Josh. Because I'm like, there wasn't the black people. There were no black people in that Freakier Friday sequel. They were in the background. They weren't main characters. There were no guys in the movie. So what do you call that? A feminist piece, just like that stupid Ghostbusters remake. Yeah, I said it. Those women that wrote that movie can't write. They can't. If they wrote the new Superman movie, Superman would have been sidelined in his own movie. Yeah, and he was not. Or Mr. Terrific, or, uh, Green Lantern. She doesn't like Dakota Johnson. If she cared, if she had a smile on her face instead of looking like, I'm gonna talk like this. I know. You're not. You're telling me. 3. It's like Katana Sword from Suicide Squad. Pigeons. Kurgan. Again, another shot that looks amazing. Yikes. He has an earring. I get it. Of course, why not drink? Uh-oh, he felt a disturbance in the force. That's impressive. These monologues are so good. They're so theatrical. Clancy Brown, man, he's always an intimidating villain. Yep, yep, here we go. No, Mr. Krabs, no! Me money! That's funny. This it's funny. The same actor that was this villain is the voice of a generation. Yeah, she does that a lot. She screams. It's an epic battle. Yeah, that would kill you. If you pull a samurai sword out of a guy's gut, they're gonna bleed to death. But it's a movie, so goodbye, Connery. Yep, decapitation, and that's Connery's role. That really is a cool looking. This is a cool looking movie, even for 1986. That a lot of the shots in this are beautifully made. Like you could really see every frame and every all the landscapes and everything, and the mountains and the sets. It looks just superb, man. That's why I'm sick of movies today because they just do too much CGI. They can't even shoot in locations anymore half the time. Mm-hmm. Yes, to capture the girl so that the hero has a motivation at the end. That was the year I was born. Headhunter Stock City. Doritos. Again, another. A little girl. See, kids trust quickly. Nazis. Nine. Yep, take that, Nazi. That was a cool flashback. The flashbacks are like a period, a period in time. They're not like something that just happened like a year ago. No, it's in the distant past. Oh no, you don't. Yeah, she's the only bird in the movie. She's not a main character. Oh, that was Rachel years later. Okay, that was the little girl he saved when he was a young man. Look at this picture. a gun. It's 11 o'clock already, 11:18, and we're 60 something minutes in. Hennessy. Yeah, I don't drink it. I don't. I want to keep my liver kicking until I'm 90 at least. You know? There's that Super Metroid music. That's what I call it. Oh, yeah. It's very atmospheric music. Forensics. By going too far in my writing, I meant by writing too much. Yeah, you write. You do write too much, Josh. Every time you inbox me, it's a paragraph, and I told you I don't like reading so much. This only had one bit of text in the beginning of the movie. One paragraph, not four. Even in school, I didn't like to read too much. It hurts my head. Hmm. I gotta eat some lunch later. Well, the movie's almost over. We're about 70 minutes in, so. She does look like her, man. Look at those bison. Or buffaloes, whatever they are. Or a yak, whatever it is. The songs are great in this movie. wants to live forever. Baby sheep. She's aging. She doesn't. She ages fast. He can't age because he's immortal. But another beautiful shot of the blue sky and the mountains. Yep, a bridge shot. I know that actor. I'm the only other black actor in the movie. That's at Central Park. That was after the American Revolution. Look at that fake wig. Yeah, this scene I think could have been cut just for pacing because it slows the movie down a little bit. Because this It's just another flashback. Yeah, there's a lot of those in this movie. This is one of the only scenes I don't really care for. I think it's boring. It doesn't advance the plot, it just stalls for the third act. You run like a bitch. Yeah, he's walking the halls like the Terminator. Foreshadowing. Psycho. Pepsi. There was a Pepsi sign. They're fighting with swords. Decapitation. Nope. It's not gonna work on him. They heard all the gunshots. Yep, gotcha. It's a cool effect. It's like they have an orgasm when they kill somebody. Weird, right? Explosions. Yeah. Why don't you run away, you fools? All the product placement destroyed. Yeah. It's like they're having the greatest sex in the world, but from the sky. McDonald's. But see, the product placement's in the background. It's not shoved in your face. Next time I'll pick a shorter movie. Guys glowing in the dark. Also, that's a clip from What Does Incompetent Mean? Roxanne Hart is cute in the movie. She's not really the love interest in the film, like Connor's other love interest in the past. But she's good in the film. Syracuse, that's upstate. Yep, there it is. Russell Nash. We have a match. Sheridan Center. Oh yeah, this is a scene in the church, so the movie's almost over. They can't fight on Holy Land, yeah. It's just like in Home Alone when the third act is in the church right before he sets the traps in his home. Oh, excuse me. I don't like candles. He did it for her, but I don't like. I don't like candles. I only like candles on my birthday at home. Hmm. Yep, the villain shows up, of course. They have to. They have to have a villain and fighting in a church, just like in Daredevil. I keep bringing that up because again, they do. He fights Bullseye inside of a church, and yet there was no complaints about that in both cuts. It's in the director's cut too. So his hair. We know who you are, Clancy Brown. He's using a. He's using a pins to keep his neck from, his head from falling off. Happy Halloween. It's not Halloween. Yeah, they don't. They're supposed to be. They're supposed to be celibate. That they're leaving. Of course, people are leaving. They know that there's something big is going to happen now. At least Clancy Brown was having fun with this role because Michael Ironside did not care in the sequel. He did it for the money. Mm-hmm. Helpless mortals indeed. Oh, that's gross. Yeah. Who licks a man's hand? Jesus, that's gross. Yeah, Clancy Brown, man. That man is a professional, man. If I did that in a church, they would probably call an exorcist or something. I don't think he didn't lick to. That's for gross. At least he gets his comeuppance at the end. That's a long time. $15.18. Damn, that's a long time. That's over 500 years. We're almost done with the movie. It's long. It's a long movie. It's not too long though. It's not 2.5 hours long. It's just longer than 90 minutes. The Tears of a Woman. It's a beautiful score. There comes the obligatory love scene because, we didn't have it early in this film with Heather. Just like Terminator. Except that movie's shorter, the first one. The female body is a work of art no matter what century it is. We all know that. Lions. Lions should be in the jungle, not in cages. Mm, get it? He's so creepy in this movie. Yep, he broke through the door. A chase scene, a car scene, just like French Connection. Not a truck. Seven brothers. Silver Cup Studios. The movie's almost over, so final battle ensues. This is an action fantasy film. Yeah, so it's different than Hitman. Oh, he'll be back in the sequels. Here we go. He told her that when she was a little girl. Here we go. So no, the last fight is not in a church. It's near the bridge. It's still better than Madam Web. I'll give it that. Because unlike that movie, this movie respects the audience. Yep, go up that ladder, buddy. Here we go. Final battle near the Empire State Building. No, not the S. It's a good stunt. It's like Kylo Ren 20 years earlier. The E and the P and the C and the water tower. This is great. It's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, the theatrical cut is good enough if you don't see the director's cut, because I don't think the director's cut really adds much to the film. I don't remember what they added. The theatrical cut is fine for this one. I recommend that if you can see that. I gotta cut my hair soon. My hair's getting all fuzzy. Yeah, Mr. Krabs is one tough customer. Here we go. An hour and 47 minutes in. It's an epic battle with two men. No interference either. The girl just is watching. She doesn't join the fight. Really good stunt work in this movie. I didn't mention that, but yeah, there's some good stunt work throughout the film, from the beginning of the film all the way to the end. This film was basically as long as like E.T., and E.T. never got a director's cut. It got a extended, 2002 version where they added CGI, but that's not really needed. The theatrical cut is fine the way it is. The unaltered theatrical cut. Nope. Like, that's not going to do anything to him. It's like in Spider-Man 2 when Mary Jane tries to help and it doesn't work. Yep, here we go. He's so iconic, man. I can shut this off because there's light coming from the window, so. I wish the Pirates of the Caribbean movies were this short instead of 2.5 hours. They're just too long. All those movies are too long, even the first one. By the time we get to the sword fight, we're 2 hours into the movie because Disney likes to stall for time. Yep, you can feel pain now, buddy. Look at those look in his eyes. Yeah. Yep, they got you now. That music is so epic. Yep, he got him. His head came off. It's a really good special effect. Like a boss. Hell yeah. That's a great line. Yep. Mm-hmm. They can't say that in Spider-Man because they proved that there's more than one Spider-Man. There can't just be only one. Time to recharge. That's a badass line at the end. Cool animation. Yeah, suck it, Force Awakens. You don't know how to do strong-willed characters. It's a really cool effect. Again, Rise of Skywalker wishes they had a budget like this and a shorter running time. It was successful, but not critically, and we haven't seen a movie since. Mm-hmm. Really beautiful shots. A montage. And that was Highlander, the original 1986 movie, the director's cut. Even though you could just see the theatrical cut, it'll be fine. That was Highlander. Finally ended. An hour and 55 minutes in. Well, that's it. I'm going to stop here because I don't want to see the whole end credits. There's no Marvel stinger here. So thanks for watching, guys. Acknowledge me, and tomorrow I'm going to take a break, and then Sunday I'll do uh, gone fishing, and then I'm going to take a huge, hiatus from doing live streaming for a while because I need to recover from all the live streams I've done since like September when the fall started. So see you guys in the next one.